Hello there friends, Ken here, welcome back to Prison Architect. Now we've got plenty of stuff to get on with here today. Our first priority really is to sort these offices out. I kind of built them assuming they'd be big enough, and they're not, because they need to be at least 4 squares wide. So we're going to have to redo those, and looks like also our staff are getting a little bit tired, so I'm thinking maybe we'll have this turned in from 4 like undersized offices, and we'll transform it into 2 normal sized offices, and then we'll have a staff room alongside it for the staff to chill out in, and hopefully that should be good enough to keep them content for now. So this workman, I'm not quite sure. Wait, why is this guard resting here? You're in the way. Oh, now we need someone to open this. Can I open it for him? Look at that. And just lock it open for now. I have to remember to close that later. They do leave a mark on it so you know that it's locked open, because obviously we don't want prisoners wandering into the staff room once it's all built up and lovely. So we need to take this apart, unfortunately, for now. So these walls are already being demolished. You can see from here I set it up ready to go, and we'll let that carry on, and then once this all come down we can start worrying about other stuff. We also, I think we're going to want to get some security cameras in. Now I don't know quite how security systems work. I don't know whether you need to do anything specific with it. Let's have a look in our reports and see if there's a thing for that. Security anywhere? Doesn't look like it. Programs perhaps? No, that's just going to be behavioural stuff and training the prisoners. I think perhaps if we look at it here, see if it says anything. No, it just says used to keep watch. So I guess maybe we need to set up a security station. What was it? What did they call it in here? Yeah, security monitor. Do we not need is that not something we can find, the monitor? Our CCTV monitor, here we go. So I think we need one of these, and then we can go from this to everything else. So I don't know where the best place to put this would be, but I have to have a little think about that. Maybe we'll set up a room perhaps here, like a little security room. Maybe that's the way to go. How are we doing on money? We've got lots of money, so maybe we'll throw down like a room just here, perhaps a little security room. How big do we want it? I don't want to overdo it. It doesn't need to be too sizable really. And obviously going to need a door, so let's chuck a door in up the top, and we'll let them get on with that. We'll take a peek over here. Now I should have demolished just the walls that we definitely won't need, and we should be able to build out from there. So should be a couple more coming down. Yeah, you see here, and I want to put in a brick wall here, and one here, and one here, and that should actually set things up to be the right size for us, I think, because we need 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's our 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, of course, because we're gonna have a wall up here. So this is the 4. This is our 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's our 1, 2, 3, 4, and then up here, and then this one is going to be a tiny bit wider, which is fine because this can be our staff room. Staff room can be a little bit bigger, so we'll designate those now so I don't forget how we're setting that up. Should be 4 by 5 there, and then a 4 by 5 here. And then staff room. For this last one, nice 5x5 staff room. Now what do we need for the staff room? We need a wide sofa and a drink machine. Wide sofa. Slam a couple of those in maybe. And we'll pop a drinks machine down. Which way round is the drinks machine? I'm going to say that's got to be that way round, right? Because then they can stand in front of it. It'll be up against the wall. And then what was the other thing we wanted? Oh, that was they were the things, but I thought maybe we'd well, we could slap in a pool table. It doesn't really fit. Maybe we'll put something else in instead. Maybe we'll pop a radio in to keep them happy, and a TV somewhere. Where's the television? TV. There we go. So that should be the back of the TV. Yeah, so we can just pop that down here. They can watch that if they want, or they can listen to the radio. Should be enough just to let them chill out at least. Maybe we'll throw down another sofa just in a slightly so you know this isn't necessarily in full view of the television, but they can sit there and chill out if they want. Okay, let's bop back out a little bit and have a look and see what we've got. We need to reinstall our bits and bobs in these offices now that we've rebuilt them. Also, do we need to refloor some of this? I want to get that done if we do. Looks like, yeah, where our walls were, we need to refloor that. So we'll get that done quickly. And objects. We should have 2 desks to go in. This is the back of the PC, right? Yeah, it is. This is the thing, I need to remember to zoom in so I can more easily see exactly which way round everything is. And then we need a filing cabinet, which I think we'll put over here so that it's not kind of too in the way. I'll also throw in a bin. It's always good to have a bin in your office. Where's there it is, bin. They're actually like full industry size or industrial sized wheelie bins, which is maybe a little bit fancy. Also, we've got this window here, which I should probably take that window out because it's kind of in the wall. I'm not too worried about moving the other ones around. They can just be in slightly weird places. That's fine. What else do we want to do? Well, that'll all go in of its own volition. Now we wanted to set up our security room, which should be built now. We need to get power over there, so let's wire this electrical cable down the way. And we need to pop a CCTV monitor in there, like so. Maybe we should put it so that you can't see it like directly from the entrance, because I mean that would be a bit weird if you could see it from the doorway, because all the prisoners would have a little peek in. We want a bin, I guess. Probably a good idea to have a bin, right? Really weirdly perspective. Look, it looks like the handles get really wide, and then when you spin it round, they're actually at a normal angle. It's kind of everything's wider than it is tall in this, which I like the way this game looks, so I think that's okay. We'll also slap a radio in there, keep whoever's working away busy. We've got a couple of spare chairs, so looks like the main controls are there, so we'll bop them in front of the main controls and let them get on with that. That can all get installed. This looks like it's almost ready to go. Just need to put the filing cabinet in. This guy is resting just in the doorway, as you do. We should actually also get our doors in, like so. And they're staff doors, so any staff should be able to open them. We're going to need to think about putting other things, like putting some metal detectors in by our canteen, so that prisoners don't get don't get any of the cutlery out of the canteen and take it with them, because otherwise they'll be running around with knives all over the place. We don't want that. That's for sure. So, where's our... Oh, I wanted to check to see it. We might need to power those up manually. Well, we'll see. Once they go in, we'll see if they need to be manually powered, or whether that'll do as is. Right, we also want to get our CCTV in. I'm interested to see how this works. Whether we need to like do anything specific with it, or whether it'll automatically kind of sort itself out. So I don't know how. You know, I haven't really set up CCTV before in this game. Well, we'll just give it a whack and see how it goes, I suppose. Seems like that would be okay. Maybe we'll pop another one down here. And I guess the canteen's probably already pretty busy. Well, we'll leave it at those two, just in the cell block for now. We'll see how it looks and see if, like, that looks like the one place where we're really having trouble keeping track of what's going on. This is sealed off anyway. This is a staff area. Right, well, this is all in now, so we can have this on normal mode. It will close kind of its own volition, and that should all be good. Inactive. Guard required to operate monitor. Well, let's grab ourselves a new guard. Can we, like, bop him in here and... Oh, no. No! I don't want all those... Well, you know, I do actually kind of want those guards. Oh, there you go. One of them's gone in to do it. Anyway. But the CCTV's not in yet, so we need to wait for that to go in. I don't know if we need to wire them in manually. I don't see a wired thing. This is... we can build this in a security room, so we can have our... Do we actually need to designate this as a security room? No, that's specifically for officers, but doesn't have to be. It doesn't look like that needs to be the thing for this. I guess we could designate it if we want, just so that we know that that's what it's for. Although, yeah, this is wide enough for that. So we could theoretically do that if we want to. It's a possibility. I don't know if that's going to cause a problem if we do that, or if that's actually fine to do. If you do know, let me know in the comments, because I'm not sure. We've got our... Oh, I paused the game. We've got our CCTV going in. Hopefully that'll give us a decent... I presume we don't need it in, like, all the cells. I presume, like, just having it in an area will give us enough vision. Now, do these... Inactive. Build more CCTV monitors. But wait, build more monitors. Well, we've got a monitor. Is that not close enough to those? Okay, let's have a look on here. Use the connect tool to connect this monitor to your CCTV cameras. Okay, so... So we can only have... it looks like 8 at once. On a single network. And then we need a new monitor. And that last one's in. Okay, there we are. So that should be good now. And there we go. It looks like we've got like a decent view. I guess we can't necessarily see into all the cells. But that's not too much of an issue. Do these rotate like consistently, or do they always point? Yeah, it is rotating very slowly. And you see, we don't have a perfect view. So again, this is another one of those conditions where perhaps this will let our prisoners feel like they can get one up on us a little bit every now and again. But that's probably okay. Maybe we should have one down by the showers, just because showers are always a dangerous place to be. These things look like they don't actually need power, so we should be okay there. Yeah, maybe we should set up a camera like in the showers. Maybe that's a bit, I don't know, is that a bit weird having a camera in the showers? Let's just leave it as is for now. We're probably okay with that. We'll take a look at our routine actually. I want to see. We do have a shower time, but it's quite short. 7 AM. And that's really it. How are we doing on on prisoners. We only got 10 of 20, so that should be okay for now. Let's take another peek at this. What's our sleep time? 11 until 6. That's 7 hours. I guess it's till 7, till, you know, so kind of 8 hours of sleep quota, which is about where we want it to be. Nothing else too much going on. Let's take a look and see what else we need to do. One of our prisoners is up for parole. Well, that's good. You know, we're here to rehabilitate as well to incarcerate, I suppose. Always nice to see someone turn their life around. We got our funds coming in 44 hours from our short-term investment. More prisoners coming in 6.5 hours. One staff member is exhausted. I mean, there's not too much we can do about that. We could build a visitation room. I don't really want to prioritize that too much. The only problem we're going to have there is that we don't really have a good space for it near the entrance, so they're going to have to walk all the way through the prison to visit their loved ones. I don't know. I don't think there's. Oh, I say that there is quite clearly like. Oh no, that's just the edge of the map. So it doesn't look like there is actually anywhere we can build on the other side, like in that previous tutorial mission. Maybe there's other maps you can spawn in on that do have that space, but it looks like we don't have that option here, sadly. Maybe we'll bang in some lights around the yard. That might actually be a good idea. Objects, light. Because it's a little bit dark here. I think it would probably be sensible to at least put a little bit of light in the yard. Stop any shady dealings going on. Now, this is a common room, add a pool table. Build at least 5 phone booths. Maybe we should do that. It should be something we can put in the yard over here. That'll be like where they can all go and do all their chatting to their friends and family. And we're also going to want a common room. I guess we could build like a visitation centre and common room down here somewhere. Perhaps that's a good place for it. So if we pave down here and then bring it across like so, then where's our planning? So this is going to come 1, 2, and then we'll leave a gap. And then if we're going to build here, like so. And we'll bring it along like yay far maybe. Or a bit further. It depends if we want to have it as 2 separate buildings. I almost want to have it like as 2 separate rooms. But maybe connected to the same thing. Oop, I've said it as objects and not walls. It's a little bit funky. Let's pull that out so we can more easily see what's going on here. So we'll have that, and then we can build in like the common room can be, you know, like that much of it. And then the other one can be here. We can have our entrance. We have our common room here. And we have our visitation room like here, perhaps. With the only problem is this is one of those things where it's like, where do we want to? Do we want to have like a back entrance here where we can bring in? I don't know if that would work. Whether we can bring in the families to come in round the back like so. Whether that's a little bit awkward to do. So it's one of those things where you kind of, I guess you have to plan out at the start that you want a visitation near the front. So maybe that's something to think about for next time. Got prisoners arriving in 3 hours now. Crikey. Well, should we get to work on our common room? And we can kind of leave this space open for sort of down the line. So we'll slap in a large jail door here. And we'll also slap in one here. But we won't actually use this one yet. Once this goes in, we can slap another wall down and set up ourselves a common room. Okay, well we'll let them build that up. Let's take a look at our staff room now. That's looking okay. Have we got anyone we can pop into one of these offices? One of the new staff members. We can get ourselves a foreman now. Looks like it'd be a good idea. We've got, let's see who we've got. We've got the accountant, we've got a psychologist, we've got a chief, and of course we've got our warden at the side. So we're missing a foreman. So let's get ourselves a foreman. I wonder if he'll immediately go into an office. There we go. He's gone into that left one. He decided that's the one he wanted, with a slightly better positioned window. So he's busy researching now. He's researching groundskeeping, which we wanted done. And I guess we could have him research cleaning now, and he can get on with that. We've got a psychologist. I don't know if there's necessarily a benefit to having more psychologists. What's prison policy? That might be useful to do. Micromanagement. Food logistics. Wow, that lets you have like multiple laundries and kitchens and such. That's kind of fun. Bank loan. We don't need to necessarily borrow large. Ooh, land expansion. Okay, this is what we actually want. Because if we can, then we can build the visitor center and have it over the other side. Maybe that might actually solve our problem. Then this building here down the bottom. This doesn't have to be a. This doesn't have to be our visitation center. Of course, we could turn this into a workshop or a classroom, and I think that would work fairly well. Right, we're going to want to bring in power as well, of course. So we can bring that from over here. Probably a decent way to go. Like so. How are we doing on money? We're still earning each day, but we're only earning a little bit each day, and we have spent quite a lot of money. So let's ideally we want to finish up one of these grants. So we need to hire 2 janitors and a gardener. Well, I think we can hire a gardener now. Keeps our prison grounds nice and tidy. So we can, I guess, just bop him down and he'll just do stuff. Janitors. Keeps the inside of your prison nice and tidy. Can also help with laundry. We need 2 janitors, so we'll put 1 in the canteen. We'll put 1 in the cells for now. How are we doing? Our guards are... We've got plenty of guards available, so they should be okay with the number we've got for now. We do want to consider bringing a couple more in, because we do have a lot of prisoners. We have 2.5 prisoners to every guard at the moment, which is, manageable, but you want to be careful about that. So now we've finished that up, and it looks like it's already ticked it off the roster. So now we should be able to pick up another grant from the grants scheme. Let's have a little peek in here and see what we've got. Long-term investment is, of course, that's just like this short-term investment one we've gone, but I presume it takes a little bit longer for it to come through. Security procedure certification. Hire a security chief, 10 guards, patrols, assign 3 guards to patrol routes. Well, that sounds pretty sensible thing to get done, and I think it's something we can do fairly quickly. So should we get on with that? Let's get on with that one. Okay. Right, so that's down here now. We need to hire a security chief, requires an office. Well, we've done that. Hire 10 guards. Well, we'll need 2 more. So let's get those guards in now. Like so. We'll have 1 there, and we'll have 1 up in the... We'll start him in the canteen, although he's not necessarily going to stay there. And now we need to set some patrol routes up for a few of these guards. So we'll let this guy open the door, and then we'll say, right, you here, you can do a patrol. Now we need to unlock patrols, so maybe we'll do that. Maybe we have to do that first. Here it is, patrols. Here we go. Allows you to define patrols around crucial areas of your prison, such as the perimeter, and assign guards to walk those patrols. Let's have a look at some more of these as well while we're here. Become tracking and receiving contraband, or become better at tracking and receiving contraband. That's a good one to have. We can unlock the ability to recruit prisoners as snitches. And hopefully they won't get any stitches for that. And we can permanently station guards to the sectors of our prison. That also seems pretty useful. This all seems like good stuff to grab. So we should be looking to do that soon. We're okay on money because we just brought in this new grant. We got 10,000 from it, and we get another 10,000 when we're done. And of course we did get paid out for the last one we just finished. So that's all good. Okay. Well, we want to set up our common room. So let's define that. Where's common room? Staff room. Visitation. Common room. Here we go. Boosh. And what are we going to put in there? Well, first and foremost, let's do the material stuff. We want to get a little bit of a path down here. We want to slap a couple of lights down. And what do we want to have as our flooring for the common room? I mean, I'm thinking something like the mosaic, maybe, like a nice floor, but it's not too fancy. Keeps things pretty tasty. And then, what do we actually need for the common room while that's going on? Just has to be indoors. They do suggest a pool table and maybe some TVs and phone booths. So obviously we got the phone booths outside, but ooh, a Polaroid. Oh, look. Here's one of our prisoners chatting to their family. He looks, as happy as you can be, given that he's stuck in prison. It's a nice little thing there. So we'll slap in some stuff down here. We'll slap in a pool table for the prisoners. Let's get in up close and personal and have a look and see what we've got going on. We'll pop down a pool table. We'll have a sofa that kind of people can sit on while they're waiting for their turn. We've got a drinks machine. Where are the drinks machines? Drinks machine. Always like a drinks machine next to the sofa. And we'll have a couple of smaller sofas so people can kind of sit and read if they want to. No, I'm not going to put that there. I was going to put it like that, and then I was like, actually, I don't know that I love that too much. This is me just look at all these tired workmen. Go and have a rest. I realise I'm consistently having you do stuff, but you can always go grab a rest if you feel like you need one. Pop a phone booth there, and we'll pop another one like down in this corner as well. I'll have a radio. So the aerials, the antenna's on the right of the radio, so it's quite difficult to see from that angle, really. But I think that's the right way round. Anything else we want to put in here? Probably a good idea to slap a TV in. Like maybe there. It's probably an okay place to have it, so people can see it if they want to. And anything else in here while we're all about it? Maybe a bookshelf or two. A few different options for people. Lovely stuff. And then we'll also slap in a couple of CCTV cameras, just to make sure no one's doing anything too fancy. And well, why don't we pop a bin in the corner? Always a good idea. Let's pop a bin down in the corner. And we need to remember to connect those CCTV cameras up, of course, once they go in. So let's close this down. And we want to connect. We'll just wait for them to get installed. Here we go. Connect this one here. And then the other one there. Fantastic. So that's it's quite a lot of surveillance for the common room, but I think it's a good thing to have. And look, you can see here we're sweeping around here, and we're getting, like, this camera can see right down into the showers. It's pretty efficient. I don't know how it's seeing this corner over here, but I think you only have to get a certain proximity to stuff to actually get things done. I like how these janitors are working like in tandem. I feel like they need to be in different areas. Oh, this guy had a phone. What did you have? Oh, we had luxuries, so he had a mobile phone on him, it looks like. So it's no good, Benjamin Carter. He's a low quality, not low quality, sorry. He's a low security, minimum security, which is why he's managed to sneak something in. But thankfully, we've got these metal detectors to keep an eye on them. So I think they're quite good because the canteen's a good place for them because they always have to go to the canteen. You know, they've always got to go in and eat. So hopefully, a notebook page. Contraband display. We need a display to show likely sources of danger, e.g., drugs from ward. Oh, because people might steal them from the medical ward. Okay. We should also let players understand how contraband is distributed. Wait, is this... Oh, wow, this is like a developer note. That's fantastic. Keep a log with all items of contraband, detailing each step, stolen, traded, searched for. Have a screen that shows the last 24 hours of contraband seizure plus who was caught. Player can interrogate, threaten, bribe prisoner to reveal the next step in the chain. E.g., I got it from Dave. Exchange for 10 cigs. No one spells cigs with an S. What is this? Unless it's like 10 signatures from his favourite celebrities. Dave, what do you want for these drugs? Oh, if you could get me Johnny Wilkinson's signature and a little Nobby Styles and Thierry Henry, always love that guy. You know, just some classic signatures. Elton John, all my faves. You know the game. Yeah, there we go. So our prison's coming on quite well. We've got 5 more prisoners coming in 10 hours, and that's going to take us to our maximum capacity. So we're going to have to start thinking about building more cells. We're almost filling up this entire area, but thankfully, I think we've already done land expansion. So now we should be able to hop into, I guess, into reports maybe. I'm just going to have a look and see if I can see where it might be. Finance, perhaps? I don't know where it would even come up under. Valuation? Can you just see it, perhaps, on the map? What about planning? Okay, here we go. So if you're in planning, I think we can take a little peek over here. And oh, sorry, this isn't planning. This is deployment. So this is 22 grand, and we can basically buy this chunk of land here for 22 grand. We can go any way around the prison. So I think maybe this would be the one to get, or you know, possibly like down here, and we could have them come down here and round this way. But then we'd have to construct some kind of convoluted path to get them round. You know, there's options. There's plenty of options. We'll have to think about fencing off the roads and stuff once we do that. So we'll have to look into doing that. But that's something to think about for next time. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. If you have, of course, be sure to bop that like button and subscribe to the channel for more Prison Architect and plenty of other games as well, of course. I've been Ken. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers!